Alright, everything seems functional at a glance, so... Should I go to the main display now, or... Do I change any settings? I already fixed my day and night speed. I could crank the EXP, I'm gonna need it, but you'll see that shortly. You know, I'm just gonna leave setting at 1. Yeah, sure. Let's hop in, shall we? Any minute now. Why is the game visual not populating? Oh, there we go. Okay. So, as you can see, we are at my previous main base, which was not meant to be a main base. And, I moved the pen for a reason. I had to do a lot of breeding to prep for the new location. And even now, with my PAL box largely sorted, I've still got a row of executions lined up. But even though I'm a high enough level, I still need to get more tech points to use the PAL disassembly conveyor. Let me actually pull up something, just so I don't forget the numbers. I don't remember what I was up to in terms of butchering last time, but I did have to rack up more than a few executions to get here. If I could just find where I had it written down. Oh, here we go. 565 pals butchered since last time. And I also used 12 of the single point tech point research books, so... I've technically got -9 where I should be. But the Faybreak update is out, and ooh boy, we have got some new toys to play with once we level up. Yeah. But I'm still catching up to the Sakura update, so we got work to do. But that work is not going to be at this location, because I'm not condemning it exactly, but I think I've had my fill of this site. So if I need to come back for an extra hit of iron ore, there's better locations. But this one I've already got marked. So this is definitely my home mark II, and this right next to it is a guild chest. This is newly introduced in the Faybreak update. You can only have one of these built per location, but the contents are shared across all locations. It's a guild chest, you know what we're talking about here. And since I've done way too much breeding, and you can't explain approximately 3,000 of those via the executions, you might be wondering, well, where are all the babies? They were incubating in here. I told you this incubator array was going to be put to good use. Oh my god. But even then, 203. You want to do some quick math with me? $3,532 divided by 203. If I round it down, that is 17. It's 17.399 and so on, but rounded down to 17. I needed 17 rooms of this just full of eggs, non-stop, over the week I was sick, to prep what I'm going to be using for my new base and my new team. How'd you get out of your viewing cage? Naturally, the Mozzarina are being a touch rebellious. And, yeah, I guess geometrically speaking, this was not going to last long. It's only 2 viewing cages, but 2 viewing cages that can still hold approximately 80 pals. I think I've got a little bit of spare space between the two of them, so none in there, and I think... Is this one full as well? No. So this one's got 12 spaces. You can tell I was doing some things practical for my base, other things just because I like them. Like, Ice Reptyro is not the best pal by any stretch of the imagination. He's just not. But I like him. So he needed to have a spot on his team, a spot on my team, and I went through some lengths to breed good ones. You can see those traits on the bottom as well. The new color on these trait tiles was added in the Faybreak update. So if you have a tier above gold with the 3 vertical arrows, there's now 3 vertical arrows and a plus sign, which indicates the even greater tiers. And this is why I said I was waiting until the update to do breeding, because they added new traits. Demon God. A tier above Ferocious and Musclehead. Attack 30, defense 5. Demon God again. I didn't retain every version of these, because obviously, once you get the traits, they spread around. But, Diamond Body. Better than Burly Body. Swift, thankfully, they didn't do an upgrade of that. Swift was just upgraded, since there were already 3 tiers of it with Swift, Runner, and Noble. But you can get stuff like Mastery of Fasting. It's a better, what is it, Workaholic, or, Diet Lover. There we go. A better Artisan. This one especially hurts me, because I didn't get Remarkable Craftsman until I was basically done with the base prep. So, I did get it on one member of my base, but Chickapee's a bitch and a half to breed traits onto as well, because the only way you can guarantee Chickapee is if you breed to Chickapee. Do you want to farm traits for Chickapees? I don't. So yeah, most of these pals are suboptimal. But you will notice something like, let's say this Yormantide Ignis here. Yormantide Ignis has a kindling of 4. This one has a kindling of 5. Because of these stars here. That means I have condensed first 4, then 16, so 20, then 32, so 52, and then 64, so 116. This one Yormantide Ignis is functionally 117 of them in one. It's not literally like that, as far as the math is concerned, but how else do you get Kindling 5? I don't know if they added any new pals that can get that far, but, at least from my experience in the base Palworld, this is the best you can do for Kindling. And also, 2 of these pals for the base got a little bit of usage. I needed some extra ingot for the perimeter wall while I was building the base. Other than that, though, everybody's still level 1 untouched. And you've also noticed the Orsurk on my team. This is what's got me started on wanting to actually make the combat team in addition to my base workers. Because Orsurk is something that I use for both. I don't know they've added anything else with the capacity to go up to Electric 5, but yeah, I like Orsurk as well. It's a glam punk guard chomp. How can I not like that? So, Orsurk inspired me to start working on Reptyro Crest. Here they are. Actually, I'll show you Orsurk first. Demon God and Lucky. Now, these are not optimal, because at the bare minimum, I would want to have a Legend on my final team members, and Legend, you obviously have to capture the legendaries, and they got scaled up even higher in the last update, so until I'm ready to take on level 60 Legends, I'm not going to have a Legend as a trait to play with, unless I go back to my other character, at which point, I feel like I'm just kind of cheating at that point. I want to do it on this save. But yeah, Ferocious for 20 attack, Musclehead for plus 30 attack. You do lose on work speed, but I'm not using this Orsurk at the base. This is my combat team. Demon God for another 30, so it's basically Musclehead with a bonus to defense instead of the negative to work speed. And Lucky, that gives you work speed and attack. Next up, we have Reptyro Christ. Good little turtle, isn't he? He's lucky, he's got a diamond body. Or, if you're unlucky, you're just a mine foreman, burly body. And yes, everything I have done for my team, as well as my base workers, fully compressed. 116 pals consumed to optimize. And I don't even think these are remotely IV competent. I didn't look into that, I'm not Krispy Kreme. But maybe once Palworld goes 1.0 and Nintendo's done with the fucking lawsuit, maybe then. For now, I didn't realize your cooling was level 4 now. I would still rather use a Frostallion for a cooling pal at my base, but cooling 4 is not terrible. If it would be cooling 3 without the compression of the additional pals in there, but yeah, not bad. So since these are going to be my teammates, let's actually get to naming them. You are going to be Detonator. And you, my friend, are going to be Painkiller. Next up, Fellbat. Fellbat, I figured since I'm going to have him out so I can heal, I should focus on my own individual personal buffs. Which is how I got Stronghold Strategist and Vanguard in here. Fellbat is probably the weakest link in my party. He's the only mono-type, and he's mono-dark. If anybody's on the chopping room... If anybody's on the cutting room floor, it's going to be Fellbat. Especially considering his lifesteal ability. It's no longer quite exclusive. You'll see when we get to the Bronze Cherry Aqua, but... yeah, bonus to my defense, my offense, and Heart of the Immovable King. Sanity drops slower, again. If I need to drop this guy at base, he's going to be helping me with medicine. I don't want to drive him completely crazy. I've already seen how that went with Banjone. Once December's over and I drop the Christmas hat, maybe I'll put on a Luigi one. Who knows? And of course, Lucky. Everybody's lucky. And you are going to be Rain in Blood. Enjoy, Dracula. Next up, the most glorious member of the party, Bronze Cherry Aqua. I don't know that I'm going to try to make this really valid for a rideable pal, but the thing is, max stamina isn't just when you're riding. It only works on rideable pals, but it's not just when you're riding. So, if we're worried about spamming attacks out, then more stamina is better. And Noble, just because you're so goddamn glorious. How could you not give a discount to this face? Look at those eyebrows. Those eyebrows could create seismic tremors with one bashful little batting. You would have to. And this fucking trait is why Fellbat is on the chopping block. Vampiric. Now, it's not like Fellbat's trait where it can be leveled up, but at the same point, absorbs a portion of damage dealt to restore health. Fellbat, I haven't played with a fully compressed version of you in a while, so maybe it's better than I remember. But I don't think the percentage is quite the problem. So, add on the fact that this is just an upgrade to Nocturnal, and it's also got practical combat applications. Oh my god, I could be using Vampiric for my workers. Vampiric and Remarkable Craftsmanship. I could have double blues on everybody. Instead, I just got triples on the fucking... you'll see. But yeah, Bronze Cherry Aqua. I think your name might have fit better if you were female, but still, I made my decision. You are going to be Stigmata. And lastly, but not leastly, since you can breed alphas post Sakura update, I was actually going to do it with this one first, but as I was breeding the masses to compress into, I compressed into both of these, by the way, but since I was already breeding a bunch of them with all of the set traits anyway, I figured, how likely is it that I get an alpha with all 4 of the traits as well? So I bred a lot of Vanworm. A lot. Ugh. 3,000 rise, none remain. I bred a lot of Vanworm so that I can get an alpha with all 4 traits as well. And again, it's not IV min-maxed, but I want it. So, here we have my flagship, the front runner of the party, Inferno. My boy. Orsurk traveled with me for a little bit, so he's got some levels on him, but everybody else is still fresh. So once I unleash the base, you're going to see some math go nuts. And as tempted as I am to say, oh yeah, I already stripped everything out of here, like, look at this. There's nothing up here but a hot spring, a podium. Did I leave the farms? No, I took up the farms. There's 1 high-quality hot spring, a podium for giving orders, and 2 viewing cages. Oh, and 2 lower-quality hot springs as well. This is clipping through the floor. I could always cover it up if I came back here, but for now, I'm just content to kind of leave it as is. Because, yeah, I can still use this base, but I want to move on to something different for the time being. This could be my summer home. How about that? Because whenever they add more traits or more pals, I'm going to have to come back here for more breeding anyway. I was very sick over the last week, so I did a lot of prep. A lot. I'm not going to actually travel straight to the new location, no. Because you already know where this is. We've been here together before. Let's go take a detour and see if we can't... You know, let's let the XP go crazy as soon as we get there. Let's just fly to the location. And you'll see it on the horizon. Be chill. Not that chill. I just came to the level 40 biome with a level 1 team majority. Yeah, I've got a 32 Orsurk in the back, if needed. You can already see it from here. It's nothing fancy, but it's gonna be home. Building on a slope after the update to building? Much better. Because I could go back to the Silvervale community server to show you the double dildo tower. But I'm trying to move forward. Move on a little. So, if anybody asks why it is I am low on palladium, that's, an overwhelmingly glass base. And every block of glass, every single block, takes at least 2 palladium. It took 1 stone for every 2 palladium, I think it was. Oh, yeah, the graphics aren't playing nice, or is that just the reflections going nuts? It's the reflections going nuts because my wings are passing over them. No egg napping. Not today. Oh, is this active? Maybe when we come back out. Maybe. Because, like I said, I need Paldium and XP. It's slowly popping into view. This is the same location I chose for my base on the Solarvale server. Maybe moved it a smidgen west, but there are glorious things possible here. I'm talking a cock and balls that could reach the entire top of the map, if I were so willing. And there's probably always going to be the temptation. But let's head in. I'll have to get you an update on the executions next time. For now, that's my reminder to me. So, welcome to the new abode. Got some ore and some quartz. Got this nice little sitting area down here for when I start unlocking furniture. And here is the main interior. Mind the gap. I've put one of each of the crops I have available currently. I could still unlock onions and potatoes. I haven't found their seeds, though. Carrots, I think I just got lucky off of a wild bristle. It was a lucky bristle, by the way, not just wild. Started queuing up some work here for once I summon the pals. I have these cabinets here for some basic storage. The majority of the storage is going upstairs, however. Got my first crude oil extractor. That's why I had to move the base slightly more, would you call that west? Northwest? Compared to the location I would previously use, probably just a bit more west, yeah. I have my current assembly lines here. This, I don't know how quickly that's going to go once I plug in the pals. We'll see together. I have upgraded stoves. These ones do not require the electricity, but they do require kindling. These ones still require the electricity and kindling, so I'll be upgrading those as soon as I get to, I think, level 56? 56, yes. So I'll replace these 3 electric ones with 2 just plain giant ones. Got my ranch over there, another assembly line. This, oh, it's a godsend. This lets you get your items from any and all chests at a single location. So I don't have to go digging around unless I'm depositing. I think I would still prefer to, so I can remember where things are for depositing. But as far as withdrawals are concerned, you just need this. Level 49, by the way. You don't even have to get to the max level of base Palworld, never mind the soccer update or the Faybreak update. You can just get this at level 49. Yeah, it's a little heavy on Pal Metal, but it was worth it. Here's my little sleeping area, a bed, a chest, a dresser. Here's the rest of the sleeping area for the pals. But, again, once I unleash them, you'll see that this is largely decorative. And I keep my generators there, a guild chest there. Let's summon the party, shall we? First, we have the Burninators. I don't think I'm going to need 3 at all times, but better to have and not need. Here are my bees. They won't mind their own beeswax. You need honey. Here are my fire hoses, the other Yormantides. Yormantide for water and fire, as long as you have the correct subspecies. Best pals for when I originally planned this. We'll find out if that sticks. The Lyleens, naturally. I had to have 2 trap Lyleens. Two Anubises. These are for my assembly line. I ended up changing out my Lamball for Melpaka because Lamball will leave the ranch for transportation. Meanwhile, Melpaka, it's just for ranching. Mozzarina, still the only milk producer. Orsurk is here for electricity. And Chicopee, I'm sorry to tease you out this long, but I had to have some build-up for my giant cock. Where's my giant cock? Oh, look at the levels already. Just by hanging around this crew. They went from level 1 to level 9. The new plasteel armor is up and running. The Anubises went to the rock features. You know what? I want a helmet to match this. I'm not going to touch it. That is just 2 Anubises and I guess an Orsurk as well. Going about their business. More recipes with the new stove. 2 dishes. 2 Yormantide Ignis. That is... You've seen how long it took me to do those stews at the old location. You've seen. They will find their way around the terrain, shall we say, once I teleport away and they get a chance to move freely. But so much leveling so quickly, just from being in the base with all of these, I don't want to say fully optimized pals, but they've got a good touch of it. Let me save you guys some carrying work. Are you mining from there? Okay. Well, I don't know how they're making it work, but they're making it work. Oh yeah, that looks none too shabby. I don't have to do anything. I'm just standing here and it's happening. I bred a 3rd Anubis. There's not just the 2 in my base. I also have a 3rd one I can rotate into my team in case I need to carry a crafter with me. I started working on a Dire Howl for a smaller ground-based mount as well. But until I have Legendary, there aren't 4 movement-based modifiers to all string together. So I only committed to a 3-star, not a full 4-star in condensation. Yep, there's my extra Anubis, an alpha by the way. Not the only alpha I got from that operation either. There were a lot of Anubises that had the 4 traits I needed, as I was trying to get 3 of them ready to be fully integrated. There's the Dire Howl, again, Swift, Nimble, Runner, and then the last one I would want to be Legend for the speed bonus. For now, it doesn't matter if it's Dragon Killer or anything else, because there's only the 3 available to me, until I get to Legendaries. And lastly, the non-giant Vanworm, which maybe I'll get annoyed by how big Inferno is, but I don't see that happening quickly. So here I've got my podium in case I have to change everybody's work orders. Here is my repair station. Food storage I have down there, as well as some of my remedial options. Just leaves that and that. Oil is doing its thing. Where is the giant chickpea? I need to teleport away from base, because right now everybody's fucking trapped. Okay, okay. Got the 2 hot springs by the bedding area. This metal wall here, it looks conspicuous. It's literally just my junk drawer. This is where I put things I haven't figured out set locations for in the rest of the base. A snowman, a fountain, the things that give you passive skill buffs, and it's my electricity pylon. But don't mind those things that look like brain control devices. They are what you think they are. Alpha and beta wave generators. And, yeah, I said before, glass foundation. Everything uses paldium. Everything. Everything in this godforsaken RTX testing hellhole uses paldium. Why did I put a viewing cage up here? Oh, yeah, because I was trying to figure out why on this... For reasons I don't understand with the way the ground interacts. This is the only part of this layer that can have the viewing cage installed on it. Maybe if I finagle it in this corner, I can try to get it to work. It's probably due to the placement of, yeah, those roof tiles up there. But yeah, it's just unresponsive from most of the roof. So if I'd want to put the viewing cages elsewhere, I would have to move those roof tiles. I guess it doesn't want anything over the viewing cage, which I theoretically understand. Practically, it just feels like a dick move. But yeah. The view when you're here, there's a reason that I build my base here whenever I get the opportunity. My server, somebody else's server, I try to steal the spot. It's got a great view. You got access to the ice biome. You're right by a skill tree. If you run off that ramp, you're going to be able to get to Doom Shelter and the desert biome easily. You can still see the volcano from here. And I previously set up a base, let me see, right about here-ish. Maybe a bit hot. Probably here, actually. And you can see the 2 bases from each other, the top of the map. This is not the highest location on the map by far, unless you build for it. And depending on your server settings, you can. So I left a big open atrium here so that I can dock or take off willy-nilly. Let's go find something to fight. How about a chill it? We'll start things slow. I don't know how much time I've got in me tonight, because I'm still not over whatever was ailing me for the last week. But, I want to stream. I want to show you what I've been working on. There's that base and all those pals. I've been missing you guys. There we go, a little more XP right out of the gate. Let's see, what else is within our approximate range? Because I've put some time into the statue buffs as well as the compression, so These pals aren't just high power for their level, they are remarkably high power. I have half a mind to just go straight to... I have half a mind to just go straight to Astagon and see how much a level 48 gives me in extra XP. I might regret this. But I think that's what you're here for, isn't it? Probably still shouldn't be flying around this biome with a mount this low level. I do have 2 other mounts with me, but this is the only one that can fly. And none of them on my team can swim. Dungeon? No. No dungeon, just go straight to Astagon. I want to get one more stream in with the Santa Hat before December was over. I can justify the Stardew Valley tank top until February, maybe March. It's more just winter themed than specifically Christmas. But the Santa Hat has to come off eventually. And by eventually, I mean by next stream, because this is probably going to be my last stream of 2024. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Good hit. That's not Astagon's blast radius. That's Orsurk's. So, you think you can blow up my detonator? Keep trying. By the way, this is what, a 15 level difference in Astagon's favor? Look at what this Orsurk is doing to him. Oh, you got a new attack with the Faebreak update. I forgot. %. Let's see what we can do with that. You keep doing damage, I'll keep trying to catch him. Just buy me a little time. That's enough. That inkstood everybody to 36. I'll take it. Well, I think you can see why I was so eager to break in these pals while recording, because I can't recreate that a second time. Probably wouldn't even really use that yet. Just make sure I have room for Fireball when that comes in. And then eventually Nightmare Laser. You did a good job, Orsurk. So now it's time to let somebody else take a crack at things. The catch-up XP is so generous. I was thinking about cranking the XP before going in, but don't need it. You really don't. Once you've gotten to a point where a boss is comfortable for you to take on, they stay comfortable. It only gets easier. Go ahead, get angry. Now let's see what we can't do with Blossom. Oh, by the way, the speed. I just have Lucky, and Lucky is work speed, not movement speed, by the way, and Swift. That's a 30% speed buff. This is already feeling better than any other Alpha Fan worm I've been using. Gotta have Swift. Gotta. Once I get to using Jet Dragons, I'm gonna be having the way I've shown you my Dire Howl with the 3 speed modifiers. Once I got access to Legend for the 4th, you bet your ass I'm going to do a Jet Dragon with all 4 speed modifiers. I'm just gonna have zoomies across the entire map. It'll be perfect. I also have to start gathering Lithmonk effigies again, because they added 2 more tiers of capture rate bonus. And that's on top of them adding... You probably saw this extra sphere module slot on my equipment screen. That's one more thing for your capture bonuses. Like here, Sniper Module 2. One more thing I gotta figure out in terms of investing resources. I say that while exasperated, but I'm actually quite happy with it. The more things I can do to improve my capture rate, the better. I'm not tired because of the game. I am tired because of my own body. Still alive, if only just. You've probably been able to hear my drink bubbling in the background too. On the rocks, no less. I was about to call this a virgin screwdriver, but that's orange juice. This is orange soda. So this is just orange soda with ice. It stays down. Yeah. Excuse me. Everybody well fed going in? Good. Broncherry. Let's see what you can do to earn the name of Stigmata. You're not an easy one to stay close to, I will admit. Good job, Stigmata. For the record, Stigmata, even though it is half water, is also half grass. So it should be taking increased damage from this guy's fire attacks. Okay, you know what, Stigmata? Tag out. Give Rain and Blood a chance to shine. I'm not really taking that much damage right now, so let's see how much, if at all, you're healing. You might not get a chance to showcase that ability. Sorry, bud. I don't use Fellbat for Fellbat's damage, I will say. He's keeping me well topped off, though. I'll admit. That was quick. And now everybody's damn near 40. Or Source even 41. I have a greater than 0% temptation to try a legendary, but I know they're level 60 now. I'm not willing to go outside of... how big a gap would I do? Because this is a fully condensed team. I started investing spirits, and they're more than decent in terms of traits. Am I willing to go outside a crazy level range, though? I mean, I did set up a base right by Jet Dragon. Let me grab my legendary balls, and I might be in the process of making a terrible decision. We're about to find out. Inferno, look upon these lesser Vanworm. You are the true greatness of your kind. So... I'm gonna regret this, but I want to try. I want to see whether or not it's possible. This team is still not even fully online. I haven't even started using medium PAL spirits yet. It's fully compressed, decent traits, but I've only just gotten, what, 9, 12% buffs? Either way, I need to go back to base to get my legendary spheres. Which, now, they feel less legendary considering there's 2 tiers of sphere above them. There's the ultimate sphere, and added in the Daybreak update, there is... Maybe I need to teleport away further. Right, the ultimate sphere and the exotic sphere was recently added, so... Legendary is the best I've got at the moment. You do not need this many chests under any circumstance. I just don't want to think about building any more of them for future updates. No, this is green. Put it in there. Yeah. I've still got 400 fucking cakes. Jesus. Why did I even bring these here? They should be at the breeding base. Don't think about it. Don't think about it right now. Do I want to bring any of these for my pals? Anybody need to eat after that? Okay. Why have you not been eating? It will say you're doing the eating animation. This is why I've been stockpiling food, by the way, because min-max pals, they go through resources like a motherfucker. In fact, you know what? You guys take a break, because I'm not really making you do anything at the moment. So I'll be back. Orsurk, I'm going to leave you out to do the electricity. You can handle that by yourself. Keep my generator running, because I need my crude extractor running. Yeah, Orsurk, you're okay? You're not trapped anywhere, right? Good. Okay. You can get around. You know what? They're making it work. I won't question it as long as they don't burn through anything I need. The flower's already done. I didn't even look at how quickly the Yormantide did that. Ah, fuck, I know. I think I'm still bottlenecked on palladiums, so I won't be able to queue up much plasteel. But, yeah, okay. I got more palladium than I thought. It's the oil that's currently bottlenecking me. But I'm going to leave Orsurk here with the generator. He'll make it work. Or sheep, sorry. I'm going to make a terrible decision. If you want to see what I did with the rest of the Anubis that I was breeding, because I did get quite a few of them before I had all of the traits I wanted on... There's 39 of them in here. And yes, some are better than others, but they all have the 4 traits that were per the time. Excuse me, sorry. They all have the traits that were, for the time, the best for crafting and base working. Really? I'm sorry, I can't see around my van worm. That's all you got? I didn't even use a full clip. Alright. Legendaries got updated in the Faebreak update. They are now level 60. I'm so glad that on my original server and the Palworld community server, I farmed the legendaries to Kingdom Come, basically. Because now they are 10 levels above what my characters were on those servers. Nine damage. This is a mistake. The burn is going to do more damage than any direct attack, assuming we can even get a burn off. That's new. Yeah, no shit. Oh. Already down. Well, that's humbling. Very humbling, in fact. You know what? Run. My pals had a 20 level gap. Yet no amount of min-maxed traits is going to compensate for that. Okay. I'm sorry, Inferno. You gotta go back in the box for a bit. I guess I'm going to trade you out for the small one, briefly. That fucking hurt. I actually did a test run on Jet Dragon before the Faebreak update came out, and with my other Alpha Van Worm. I was able to get it to, I want to say, I don't feel like dealing with you right now, I'm just going to teleport away. With the previous Alpha Van Worm that I was using, I got it to probably from 12 or 13k health down to 7, 8, probably closer to 8. And that was strictly off of burn procs. And I was playing keep away with it, I was playing super cautiously. I don't recommend. Let's see if we can level up the small Van Worm. Hey, do you want to know why this is called an elephant gun? Excuse me? I'm not having you run away from me. Get back here. Yeah, that's not enough. Cute shot. You're almost getting through my shield. That should be enough. Did you not catch the hint? Maybe I should catch you more directly. Oh yeah, the critical catch. That's now a visible modifier. Though I can't reliably proc it yet. Get in the ball. I don't want to kill you. I want your mats twice. There we go. And Van Worm's already to level 29. See? I can be reasonable. Ah, the speed. You really feel the speed on smaller mounts better. Especially, you know, let's go drifting on a Dire Howl. Just for shits and giggles. You hold down the fort okay? Good girl. Not around here, though, no. Let's go someplace empty. Another place where I dumped a viewing cage full of pals that I was breeding. The size difference between a regular Yormtide and an alpha. Never mind, I've got an Ignis overlapping with a regular, so they're just flickering in and out of existence. I call this one the Seizure Ignis. The Seizure Yormtide. So you've seen me run on Dire Howl before. How much quicker do you think this one is? It's nimble, runner, and swift. This is just walking speed, by the way. I'm not holding shift yet. Now I'm holding shift. Not holding shift. Holding shift. It's not a jet, but it's not nothing. Also, all these oil deposits are making me think maybe I need to set up another proper base in the desert. You know, problem for later. I needed to return those legendary spheres, and I didn't. So I'm going to go to the nature preserve in the meantime. And for a small pal like this, the stamina regen, chef's kiss. Nice and quick. Come on, Vanny. I don't think there's anything I need from this preserve, but I only have one Polaris, and it's not great. So I should probably get a male and a female, ideally, with better traits. But Polaris is not exactly the most common spawn here. Oh, and the Area Discovery EXP, that got added in the Faebreak update as well, even though I've already uncovered these chunks of the map, so I don't know what the criteria is for reprocking that XP, but it's working. Don't think I need another Shadowbeak. Yeah, getting piffed. Get miffed, get pissy. I've already got more than enough Lyleens. I've read so many of the damn things. I could actually afford to get 2 of them. I have more than just 2 males with the ideal traits, by the way. But I could afford to do traps for the memes. I have more than enough Lyleens. Was the default day modifier 3 instead of 1? Because it feels like this is going too quick. I did keep my days prolonged at 0.1 multipliers for a while, though, so it's hard to say. At least I'm finding plenty of tech manuals. I don't want to do any breeding right now, but I think I would sooner breed for Phalaris to try and avoid the trait pitfalls rather than wait for them to respawn randomly here. Because it's not a good spawn rate. I caught one here legit. Oh, a Blazamut. I can already farm the boss of you. I don't need to worry about catching regular. And I still have a regular one of you in my box as well. I think it was level 43? Close to that same level, female as well. One thing I'm not 100% confident about that was in the update, you've probably already noticed this, the PAL deck got renamed to the Palpedia. So that, along with the change to being able to throw your pals into different locations when summoning them out of the spheres, has me worried we're going to be playing defense with the Nintendo lawsuit in the immediate future. Call me paranoid. You would be correct. And it wouldn't be the first time either. Don't I have berries? They're not equipped. Yeah, there's nothing I really need here. I just wanted to get some mileage out of the Dire Howl. Fanglobe, that makes more sense. I thought it was an Incineram knocked that fell asleep somehow. I could try to capture some guards, but I don't really have a use for any more humans at my base right now. Level 45, that's not bad. Okay, I didn't anticipate the cold off of my Reptyro. Let's go Bronze Cherry instead. So, you ever see Bambi? Okay, yeah, my pal would be doing too much damage if left unchecked. That's cute. You got halfway through my shield. Stay in the ball. Stay in the ball. I don't have Mercy hit on anything. There you go. And now Dire Howl's over the 20 threshold. Let's leave. Nightmare Ball, excellent. Bandworm's got what he needs. And I don't really care about Dire Howl's attacks, I just use him as a motorcycle. Koraidon and Miraidon say what? Oh, there it is. So I think I'm going to go back to base, and I might actually be punching out very shortly. I apologize, as I said before, I was sick, I still am. I just don't have my full strength back. Now my ace is technically the underdog, so you have even more reason to root for him. That's how that works, right? More guns as well. You just saw I put in an SMG schematic. So much added with Fabric. So much more I want to do. So much to see. Unfortunately, tonight we are taking the back seat. And why did you put that there? I guess that is technically the closest chest to those veins. I'll have to set the permissions on which chests can hold which items. But not right now. Maybe I just move the guild chest so that if anything does spawn there, it's less likely to be trapped. At that point, I might as well move the conveyor as well, so I'll think about layouts before our next Palworld stream. Because there's a lot of stuff I want to play in the coming year. There's no sense dragging this out needlessly, so I'm gonna quit out of the game, and we're gonna go back to my room for a little bit. Okay. Drag this front and center, so let's have a little chat. Don't want to hide the Bayonetta merch. Okay, that should be good. So, I think it would be an understatement to say that 2024 was a rocky start for me, but this is the year where I feel like things really have begun, for the first time in a while. I'm doing my best, even if there is a lot of failure in pursuit of that. And I'm going to keep trying. And I'm going to keep failing. And you're going to have a chance to mock me with each and every failure. I'll be your OSHA clown in that case. But still, 2024 was the year I debuted, the year I started sharing my music. And the album that I'm putting out, it's only slowed down, it's not stopped. It is still coming, but I need to pace myself so that I don't get sick again, make sure that I can get all the art in the way I want it, make sure the music comes out in decent condition. Decent is the best condition I can guarantee for the music. I can show you, display results for the visual arts. I didn't say they're going to be positive results, but I can guarantee that. The music, however, I'm still suspect on, but it's going to keep coming. And we're going to have more games next year as well. I want to go back to Dragon's Dogma 1 and 2. I haven't played Dark Arisen since before I debuted this model. So all of that is with the old Asuka skin suit. So I want to go back to Dragon's Dogma 1, like in the flesh, in this character, you know? Dragon's Dogma 2, I feel like I still need to give it a proper full-on chance post-updates. Although I would prefer it if I could go back once it's got a full-on revamp or a DLC expansion, something to that effect. Don't know how likely that's to happen with Itsuno gone, but I want to go back and play more Dragon's Dogma anyway. What else? I want to play more Dragon Age Inquisition, even though I'm probably not going into Veilguard anytime soon, if ever. I still want to play more Inquisition. I enjoy it. It's not my favorite Dragon Age game, but it's easier for me to go back to Dragon Age Inquisition than it is Origins. Because if I'm going to play Origins, then I'm probably just going to play KOTOR instead. What else is on the chopping block? Metal Gear Rising. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance will be coming back in the spring, possibly the summer. It all depends on how the cold interacts with my hand injury. I wish I had a good explanation for this, but beyond just saying the tendinitis, if I'm playing for over an hour with that controller for that game in particular, it causes too much pain. My quality of gameplay will suffer, and you've seen how I play on average, which is not that high a bar. I'm going to be scraping through the bottom of the barrel if I try to play that while it's still snowing out. So, maybe I should be making a list. Caps locked. Dragon's Dogma 1 and 2. Metal Gear Rising. Dragon Age Inquisition. Maybe I go back to Origins. Maybe I even give 2 a second chance at proving it's not utterly feckless. Yeah, it could be Dragon's Dogma, Dragon Age, Metal Gear Rising, or Palworld, obviously. And as long as we're doing Monster Tamer games, we gotta do some kind of Pokemon, so. Dragon's Dogma, Dragon Age, Metal Gear Rising, Palworld, Pokemon. I want to go back to Holocure. I still have not gotten to really play it since, was it the November update or October? It's been at least a month. Jesus. More Survivors-like games. So many games that I want to make more than just one-offs for the channel. One thing I'm hoping for is that I might be able to play with friends, make new friends, establish colleagues perhaps. Just collab going into the new year. There's some games also that I got for Christmas from my family. My family kicks ass, by the way. My family gave me Black Myth Wukong for the PlayStation 5 because I wanted a physical copy. Shadow of the Erd Tree. I never got into Elden Ring. I liked what I played of it, but I didn't get far, so this is overdue. Shadow of the Erd Tree is going to give me a reason to get into Elden Ring before Night Rain comes out. And my sister and my nephew got me Astrobot. That might be something we play early on in the year, just because it's usually a short kind of game. I figure, from what I've read, that's probably going to be 2-3 streams tops. Depending on how much I get my strength back, how quickly. So Black Myth Wukong, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Elden Ring in general. Astrobot. I'm getting the itch to play some Bloodborne again. So many good games. I'll have to make a formal list before making any commitments, but here's one thing I can give you a guarantee on. I'm not giving up. I'm down, but I'm not out. Okay? I'm going to keep streaming. I'm going to keep experimenting. I'm going to work on more art. I'm going to work on more music. I'm going to work on more gaming, more commentary. If I try to do a React thing, obviously that's going to fail in ways I've yet to anticipate. I wasn't going to react to the Game Awards or anything else from this season. And I still had shitbreak on my end, so clearly I'm just cursed. But I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for this first year as my own VTuber, my own streamer. In 2024, New Year's Day, I was streaming hardcore Diablo 4, and yeah, I think it was New Year's Day I did hardcore Uber Lilith. That was Diablo 4 Season 2. Yep. I didn't even have an avatar that stream. I had some before and after, but I was experimenting. I didn't know what I was doing, and I still don't. But I keep experimenting, and some things are sticking. Things I never would have expected. Made multiple friends this year. Mutuals in terms of VTubers and streamers. Got my first raid. I broke 30 subscribers on YouTube. I broke 40 subscribers on Twitch. I previously, past tense, had over 200 followers on X, and then the bot purge happened, so yeah, I should have known when all of those very suspiciously link-treed accounts started popping up. But it's been a good year for growth. Starting from nothing. Before, I was just a guy who showed up on his friend's podcast, and occasionally I uploaded a bit of gameplay here and there. But now I'm trying to find a way to make this work. I wouldn't be able to do this alone. I gotta thank each and every one of you for sticking with me, for giving me a chance, just letting me get my foot in the door. And I don't know if I can express that gratitude adequately, so allow me to try, if only once. Don't get your panties in a twist. I'm not going to do this every day. But, whether you're here for the drawing, the music, the gaming, or just me losing my mind through my mouth, 1 decibel at a time, one strained grunt after the other. Thank you. From the bottom of my cold, dead, two-dimensional heart. Thank you. I'm going to keep going next year. 2024 was the start. 2025 is where we keep going. So, more to come. More games. I have a list. I might even save it. I want to play more games. I want to get healthy. I want to feel like I'm not a burden. I want to feel like I'm some kind of entertainment, some kind of boon to somebody's life out there. The same way that it feels like you've been to mine. I can't overstate my appreciation for the chance you've given me, letting me get this far. And I know some people are going to say these are pathetic numbers and that I am fixated over nothing. A, yes, that's statism. B, it's not nothing. You're real people, and you're still giving me the time of day. You're giving me a chance, and those aren't exactly common. Not for me, not in life, not for a lot of people. Anytime, any place. So, whatever this becomes, whatever this devolves into, you'll be there for the descent, and I'm going to appreciate you the entire fucking way. So, this is going to be the last stream for the year. Time to unlock the items. Santa has to go away. I can keep the shirt on, though, because, you know, it's just general winter. Yeah, I can justify that. I'll probably be back into my usual skin suit by next stream. I'll see you again soon. But to everybody out there, I hope you had a happy Christmas, happy New Year. Whatever you're celebrating, celebrate hard. It's getting cold out there. Whatever warms your bones, roast away. And I am here for the roasting. Now get the hell out of here, punks. 2024 has been great. I'm forcing myself to say great, but good things did come out of this year, and good things are coming for me and for other people. Hopefully I can be one of those, not great, but good things for you. More's to come. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Truly. Alright, that's enough sappy shit. Should I just mash in the middle of a sentence to leave things dangling on yet another cliffhanger? Or should I actually